YouTube? It's Daboullemuel. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Today we got a reaction video. Julio Foolio killers to be sentenced to life behind bars. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's react to this joint for me.
Audible reaction after the jury's verdict is read, okay?
All right.
It's the very right here, man. Sentence.
Okay, very good. Everyone have a seat. And it's my understanding the jury has reached its verdict. That's correct? All right, very good. So you hand the verdict form today.
¿Ha tenido un accidente?
Bro, why is your ad always come up, bro?
De
Like,
Brandon J. Broderick, con un equipo dedicado
shut
a
up.
accidentes disponible.
Damn, it's always ad. I'm trying to watch this joint.
Defendant Isaiah Chance, verdict form, penalty phase. We, the jury, unanimously find the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Isaiah Chance committed the homicide in a cold, calculated, and premeditated manner without any pretense of moral or legal justification. Yes. We, the jury, unanimously find the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Isaiah Chance was a criminal gang member at the time of the homicide. Yes. We, the jury, have unanimously found the state proved one or more aggravating factors. Each of us has considered whether one or more mitigating circumstances exist. Each of us has weighed whether the proven aggravating factors are sufficient and whether the proven aggravating factors outweigh any proven mitigating circumstances. We have further considered whether Isaiah Chance should be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole or death. We, the jury, finds Isaiah Chance should be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Date is 15th day of May 2026 in Hillsborough County, Florida. Miss C.S., foreperson of the jury. Defendant Sean Gathright, verdict form, penalty phase. We, the jury, unanimously find the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Sean Gathright committed the homicide in a cold, calculated, and premeditated manner without any pretense of moral or legal justification. Yes. We, the jury, unanimously find the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Sean Gathright created a great risk of death to many persons. Yes. We, the jury, unanimously unanimously find the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Sean Gathright was contemporaneously convicted of a felony involving the use of violence to another person. Yes. We, the jury, have unanimously found the state proved one or more aggravating factors. Each of us has considered whether one or more of the mitigating circumstances exist. Each of us has weighed whether the proven aggravating factors are sufficient and whether the proven aggravating factors outweigh any proven mitigating circumstances. We have further considered whether Sean Gathright should be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole or death. We, the jury, find Sean Gathright should be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Damn. He got life? Was it worth it, bro? Was it really worth it, bro? Now you gotta be in prison for life, bro.
15th day of May, 2026 in Hillsborough County, Florida. CS for a person of the jury. Defendant Rashad Murphy. Verdict form penalty phase. Will the jury unanimously find the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Rashad Murphy committed the homicide in a cold, calculated, and premeditated manner without any pretense of moral or legal justification? Yes. Will the jury unanimously find the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Rashad Murphy created a great risk of death to many persons? Yes.
Navon, the #1 rated business travel platform, lets your team book work travel in one place. Flights, hotels, cars.
We, the jury, unanimously find the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Rashad Murphy was contemporaneously convicted of a felony involving the use of violence to another person. Yes. We, the jury, unanimously find the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Rashad Murphy was a criminal gang member at the time of the homicide.
I'ma just say this, none of that shit is worth it, bro. Feel me? Trust me, none of that shit is worth it. Look at this.
Yes. We, the jury, have unanimously found the state proved one or more of the aggravating factors. Each of us has considered whether one or more mitigating circumstances exist. Each of us has weighed whether the proven aggravating factors are sufficient and whether the proven aggravating factors outweigh any proven mitigating circumstances. We have further considered whether Rashad Murphy should be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole or death. We, the jury, find Rashad Murphy should be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Damn.
Dated this 15th day of May, 2026 in Hillsborough County, Florida. CS for a person of the jury. Defendant Davion Murphy. Jury verdict form penalty phase. Will the jury unanimously find the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Davion Murphy committed the homicide in a cold, calculated, and premeditated manner without any pretense of moral or legal justification? Yes. Will the jury unanimously find the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Davion Murphy created a great risk of death to many persons? Yes. Will the jury unanimously find the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Davion Murphy was contemporaneously convicted of a felony involving the use of violence to another person? Yes. Will the jury unanimously find the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Davion Murphy was a criminal gang member at the time of the homicide? Yes. Will the jury have unanimously found the state proved one or more aggravating factors? Each of us has considered whether one or more of the mitigating circumstances exist. Each of us has weighed whether the proven aggravating factors are sufficient and whether the proven aggravating factors outweigh any proven mitigating circumstances. We have further considered whether Davion Murphy should be sentenced to...
You gotta think about it. You going to prison, bro. Everybody moving on with their life, bro. You gonna be forgetting. Niggas not gonna remember you. In a year, nobody's gonna remember you, bro. Everybody moving on. You feel me? Just remember that. Get that in the back of your head, bro, before you do anything dumb.
...prison without the possibility of parole or death. We, the jury, find Davion Murphy should be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Dated this 15th day of May, 2026, CS for a person of the jury.
All right, members of the jury, now we're going to ask you all the same questions similar to what happened after the guilt phase. So, I'm going to ask you about the jury's decisions that you have just heard. Juror number 9, initials D and F. Do you agree that the decisions as read by the clerk accurately reflect what the jury decided? Juror number 16, initials A and F. the clerk accurately reflect what the jury decided. Juror number 19, initials L.Y. Do you agree that the decisions as read by the clerk accurately reflect what the jury decided? Juror number 24, initials W.W. Do you agree that the decisions as read by the clerk accurately reflect what the jury decided? Juror number 32, initials C.R.P. Do you agree that the decisions as read by the clerk accurately reflect what the jury decided? Juror number 47, initials A.M. Do you agree that the decisions as read by the clerk accurately reflect what the jury decided? Juror number 49, initials C and G. Do you agree that the decisions as read by the clerk accurately reflect what the jury decided? Juror number 78, initials A.C. Do you agree that the decisions as read by the clerk accurately reflect what the jury decided? Juror number 142, initials T.L. Do you agree that the decisions as read by the clerk accurately reflect what the jury decided? And juror 157, initials C.S. Do you agree that the decisions
Pause the video. Hey, listen, make sure you subscribe right now. If you're watching the video, make it this first. Subscribe, nigga.
read by the clerk accurately reflect what the jury decided? And the juror 158, initials J.H. Do you agree that the decisions as read by the clerk accurately reflect what the jury decided? And juror 167, initials J.E. Do you agree that the decisions as read by the clerk accurately reflect what the jury decided?
Never, and I mean never say sorry to bother you.
Why y'all
Sorry
niggas always want to
bother
put
you. I
egg, bro?
appreciate
Watch
your
out, bro. Is it done? Yeah, man, that's it, man. We done reacting to video score. Matter of fact, let's react to this genre.
All right.
Okay, very good. Everyone have a seat. All right, Ms. Finstein, your next witness is? All right, Mr. Gafford, please stand up and raise your right hand.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give this document to the eligible for the truth.
Okay, have a seat and you may continue.
Your Honor. Just give your name for the record, sir, and spell your name for a court reporter.
My name is Sean Gathright, SEANGATHRIGHT. I was born on October 20th, 2005.
Mr. Gafford, you've heard people speak here today on your behalf and yesterday, and I know that you wanted to address the court and the jury. So I would like to ask you what you want the jury to know.
I just want to address the court today, and, I'm not here to dispute anything. I'm just here to be a man, take responsibility, and express my feelings about what is, this whole situation. That's what I plan on doing.
Okay. And how do you feel? What?
I feel very remorseful, This is a terrible situation. It's been a traumatic experience.
Let me ask you this. So, how old were you when you were arrested?
I was 18 years old.
We heard that you had started some college, obviously probably didn't get very far, right?
Right.
What have you done since you've been in jail? Is there programs, are there things that you can do there?
So, you know, I've gotten into programs. I've also, you know, I grew up, you know, in church and, you know, in a Christian household. So I refocused.
Nigga, you grew up in church, but what, bro? Bro, y'all niggas some niggas just dumb.
My, you know, life to
I ain't gonna lie. I hate niggas that be trying to force that life into something like, yo, you know the freedom you got, people will beg for that freedom, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, y'all niggas be dumb out here, I ain't gonna lie to you.
And, you know, I've taken a lot of religious programs. I've read the Bible.
If you're not in some shit, bro, don't put yourself in nothing, bro. Cause a lot of people wish they can get out of the situation they ain't, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, yeah, why you wanna be, like, why, bro? You dumb as shit.
For the cover, I've tried to, you know, share some word and, you know, we have prayer circles in the
How you went from growing up in church to being a murderer, bro? Like, what is, y'all niggas is retarded.
stuff like that. I've led a couple prayer circles and I've tried to, you know, kids around my age or, you know, younger, you know, since I'm 20 years old now, when you turn 18, you know, you go to the adult pods and stuff like that. So if I see somebody who I see, you know, has a lot of potential and has a chance to keep them from, you know, basically being able to be corrected at this opportunity and not come.
The thing is, people would rather, like, it's like, why would you want to wait until stuff happen for you to change, bro? Just change right now, bro. You feel me? Change right now so you don't gotta go to it. You feel me?
You know, I try to take them under my wing. As you see, I have a lot of resources and a lot of family that love me, and they've even, you know, asked me like, hey, is there anybody in there who doesn't have somebody like that, who, you know, could we send them some money, like, you know, anything like that. So I've tried to, you know, be a vessel for God to pour over my blessings into those around me.
We heard from Mr. Benoska, he said that, you know, in prison that there is opportunity.
But sometimes change, it's too late to change sometimes. Like in his situation, you can change all you want, bro, but you're gonna have to change behind bars, bro. I'm gonna get it being, bro. You're gonna have to change behind bars, bro. Bullshit.
At times to be a mentor or, you know, do orientations and peer-to-peer, things like that. Is that something that you'd be interested in doing?
Of course, you know, I definitely want to, you know, try my absolute best to course correct anybody from falling down a path that they don't have to take, especially the youth. I feel like that's my calling that God has put on my heart to, you know, be a mentor to the youth and be a positive influence.
Yeah, everything happened for a reason. So you in this position for a reason, bro. So, hey, it's not too late. Even though you might do life, bro, but you can still change your life around. You can still go to heaven. You feel me?
Bro.
It's never too late. Oh my God, it's more ads, bro. It's never too late.
About those relationships, like you said, you have a lot of people. Are you able to maintain those relationships now?
Yeah, so, I mean, everybody who I, you know, maintain a relationship with wasn't able to all be here today or, you know, even testify. But, you know, I talk to them daily, weekly, bi-weekly. You know, I cherish my supporters very deeply. And I want to maintain a relationship with them for the rest of my life.
And I know, you know, we're not going to talk about the case itself, right? But you said that you.
You trying to get weed, bro? I've been brushing my hair.
Tell us what you mean by that and what statement you want to make.
To the victim's family, you know, I want to send my deepest condolences and my, you know, I understand that it's hard losing a child.
Yeah, losing somebody is the worst feeling in the world because that person not coming back. They're gone forever, bro.
Friend, a brother, a cousin, and for that I just cannot say sorry enough. You know, I feel terrible about the situation, but I'm a firm believer that God can use anything for good that the devil wants it for bad. And so I'm grateful for the people I've met, for the lessons that I've learned, for just this experience in general, because it's one that I'll never forget, and it's going to shape the rest of my life.
Sounds like there's that saying that's kind of cheesy, but you make lemons out of lemonade or whatever.
Hey man, it's better to walk away than do anything dumb. Walking away gonna help you save your life. Walking away helped me, bro. Walking away helped me save my life a couple times, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Walk away, bro. It's not worth it, bro. People will try to get you. You gotta think about it. A lot of people is fucked up out here, bro. They try to make you get to the spot that you ain't, bro. Like, trust me, niggas don't want to see you win. Walk away, bro.
Somehow, I obviously don't make lemonade, but it sounds to me like you are going to try and make the best
Just
of
walk away.
the bad situation. Does that sound about right?
Of course.
And I'm going to continue to do that?
Of course. I'm going to try to, continue a humble life, a righteous life, try to do the right things at all times, and,
Will you apprise yourself? We've heard about some courses and programs and things that you can get involved with to stay busy in prison. Is that something that you plan to do?
Yeah, so hearing Raul's testimony was, the first glimpse that I have of, what.
The ones that gon' like, you gotta think about it. The ones that's gon' like motivate you to do dumb shit, bro. We get locked up, bro. Them niggas not calling you, bro. I hope you know that, bro. They're not calling you phone, bro. It's already hard out here, bro. Nobody's calling you.
And it could be like, I want to stay as busy as possible, stay away from bad apples. I want to, like, keep a job, get into programs, try to get into any vocational things I can do, try to, keep my record clean to, go to the best incentivized things and have visits with my family. And, I just want to just stay out the way, I just want to make everything, peaceful as can be.
The best thing in life is like learning from other people's mistakes won't get you far. And like, bro, I learned from a lot of people's mistakes, bro. For me, sometimes you just gotta learn from people's mistakes. I'm like, oh, he did that? All right, man, I can't do that. You feel me?
You're not getting out of prison. You want to make the best of your stay there?
Of course. I mean, who wouldn't? If you're gonna be somewhere for the rest of your life, why would you make your life a living hell?
And you're young, right? You're 20?
Yes, ma'am.
Got a minute on that?
Yes.
I'll pass the witness.
Okay, stay.
You would agree with me that Charles Jones was young too, wasn't he?
Relatively young, yes, sir.
26, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what the evidence showed us, correct? You were sitting here watching that, correct? The evidence that came in over the last several weeks?
I was right there.
Yeah. And you want to take accountability now, correct? You want to take accountability now that this jury has found you guilty, correct?
Yes, sir.
Weeks after we went through a trial. Is that your testimony?
Objection, Your Honor. I'm going to sustain the objection.
You indicated this was a traumatic experience. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's what you just testified to, correct?
That's what I said.
Let me just have one moment, Your Honor. I'm trying to get the all moment.
Yes.
Well, you probably gonna regret that shit for the rest of his life, bro. Probably never come back out. You feel me? Everybody gonna move on with their life. Everybody in the year, nobody gonna remember this nigga, bro. Everybody gonna move on. For me, you gonna be in the bars, just thinking about his mistakes and shit. It's never too late though. Just keep going and like keep praying, bro, so we can get out of any situation.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Stage 25C. You remember Gino Norris?
Yes, sir.
You remember him? He was also really young when this happened, wasn't he?
I didn't know how
Yo,
old he was.
Early 20s, 22. Would that surprise you?
No, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Gino Norris, who's not a gang member, who's Charles Jones' friend from the time they're children.
That's the legal basis. Okay, come on up, counsel.
This is the perfect pair for your iPhone. And it replaces 3 different chargers. So when I travel, I don't pack extra cables, I don't have to pack.
C. Xavier Edwards. 25C, Gino Norris. And you saw the autopsy photos of Charles Jones. My question to you is, after you and your friends inflicted that carnage on June 23rd, and as you were running stage 59C, this is actually you running to shoot them, but when you were running back past that Tesla, were you feeling a lot of trauma at that point?
It was so long ago, I try to not remember anything from that night.
I ain't gonna lie, like that joint felt like it was long ago. That shit felt like it was yesterday. Time really go faster. It's kind of crazy. Lock in, man.
Were you remorseful as you were running back with that AR-15 in your hands?
Like I said, I try to remember nothing from that night.
Was it traumatic to you as you went back to the car with that AR-15? Was it still smoking? Was it still warm in your hands from firing it?
Sustained injection.
Were you feeling remorse as you were getting back into the Impala?
Like I said, I just try to focus on today and moving forward.
So the next day, that Impala, that was your car. You drove that around, right? It was your mom's, but you drove that car, correct?
Yes, it was my mother's car.
Right. And that was the car you drove from Jacksonville to Tampa in, correct? I'm working to a point, Your Honor.
Okay, why don't we just get there?
Right. So this car, this Impala that you drove from Jacksonville to Tampa in, with Mr. Chance and Miss Andrews, the one that you drove in tandem with the Silver Cruise, the same car that you utilized to drive the assault team, the shooting team, which you were a part of that night. That same car that you drove around Tampa in the early morning hours for several hours, tracking, stalking, and hunting Charles Jones and his entourage.
Sustained.
That same Impala, you drove that to Polk County the next day, and you dropped it at your grandmother's house, right? The same grandmother who came in here last night and testified for you, correct?
Overall, go ahead. You can answer that question.
Isn't that correct?
What is the question?
You dropped the Impala, the one that had all of these shooters in it, the one that was utilized in this murder, that was such a vital cog in this plan. You dropped it at your grandmother's house in Auburndale, didn't you?
I'm here to testify about today.
Are you going to answer that question, or are you going to avoid it? Because that's not what I asked that you were doing here today. I think we all understand what you're here to do today, what you're testifying about. I'm asking you specifically about your remorse. Were you remorseful when you dropped that car off and left it at your grandmother's house in Auburndale?
I did go to my grandmother's house.
Were you feeling remorse when you hugged her and got into the 4Runner and left her with the Impala after you wiped it down?
Sir, I'm just telling you that today I would like like to express my remorse to the
I
family.
understand. I understand what you're trying to do today. I'm asking you, since you're trying to convince this jury that you're remorseful, were you feeling remorse that next day or later that day?
You gotta think about it. You can get mad at the lawyer and nothing, bro. Like, you took somebody's life, bro. Shit ain't no joke, bro. Like, you can't take somebody's life 2 years later and be like, you wanna feel remorse, bro. That's not how it work, bro. You gotta pay the consequence for that, bro. That nigga's not coming back, bro.
Remember
Crazy.
days in detail, how I was feeling, what I was thinking.
What about later that night when you went to Orlando?
You gotta think about some people at a young age, they don't really think about the consequence. I get it though, like, you feel me? But like, once you get older, you gotta calculate every move you make. Every move you make, you gotta calculate everything. No bullshit.
Were you feeling remorse when you were out partying at Club Parlay, celebrating what you had done that day?
That was my sister's birthday party.
What did you feel any remorse while you were drinking Don Julio tequila and putting that in your video and throwing gang signs?
I'm here
Did you feel
to
remorse
testify about today, sir. We've all seen the evidence. We've all reviewed.
Mr.
everything that's in it.
Chance, it's not time for you now to make speeches. You've politely answered your counsel's questions. Can you not answer the state's questions? Is there something about my question you don't understand?
I was getting to
I'm
the-
sorry,
I was getting
Mr. Gaffler, I called you Mr. Chance. Excuse me.
I was getting to my answer. Like I said, I've seen all the evidence.
Well, we've all seen all the evidence.
Bro, come to the conclusion that, damn, I fucked up. I should never did that. For me, that's mistakes. You make mistakes in life, man. But you gotta learn from your mistake. But as long as it's not too late, bro, you can always make a change, bro. But he in his situation, that shit is a dub. That shit is over, man.
That's true.
It's over.
And after all that evidence came in, this jury based their true verdict on that, convicting you. Now you're taking accountability? Is that correct?
Sustain the objection. I think the question on the table was remorse about,
Thank you, Your Honor.
You just need to answer that question.
So I'm going to ask you very specifically, okay? So try to focus with the laser beam here, Mr. Gaffrey. Were you feeling remorse when you were in Club Parlay in Orlando drinking Don Julio? Were you feeling remorse for what you did earlier that day?
I don't remember how I was feeling or what I was thinking.
Were you feeling remorse when you got pulled over in the Forerunner a couple of days later by the police?
I don't remember. I was nervous. I mean, I had never been involved in any
Were you
police.
feeling remorse when you were unloading the Impala and putting all of that evidence into the Forerunner? Did you feel remorse?
Sir, I told you I don't remember how I was feeling or what I was thinking in those days.
Bro, tell me I don't remember it, bro. You remember that shit, bro?
I always
You remember
told
that shit,
my
bro.
mom that I am different.
You just scared as shit to go to jail, bro. It's too late.
Arabs and Muslims.
But I promise you, bro, them rappers, whoever they sent you, bro, them niggas moving on with your life. They don't care about you, nigga. I hope you know that. Them niggas literally moving on with your life. They're eating the best food. They doing everything great, and you gonna be stuck behind bars eating noodles. Y'all niggas is retarded. I ain't gonna lie.
Mr. Gaffrey, you have led, you would agree with me,
Niggas
an
is retarded,
extremely
bro. I'm gonna get it, bro.
privileged life, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
You would agree with that, correct?
I would.
You've had a loving mother, correct?
Yes, sir.
A loving sister, correct?
Yes, sir.
You've had two.
But you got your mom, your dad, you got your whole family. I can see if you don't have your mom, your dad, or nobody. But like, bro, you got everybody in your life, bro. Why you doing that, bro?
Wonderful grandmothers, correct?
Yes, sir.
You would agree with me, right?
I couldn't deny that.
One of which probably, I'm assuming, sacrificed and paid for you to go to that private school, that preparatory school, correct?
It wasn't paid. It was a magnet program, so I had to apply, and it was a lottery system.
It was a lottery system. Okay, so it was a magnet.
Yes, sir.
All right. She supported you going there, did she not?
Everybody did.
Gave you open use of her house, welcomed you, treated you, and parented you, basically, didn't she?
Yes, sir.
Took care of you when your parents were deployed, correct?
Yes, sir. At the time, I was living with my grandmother. Both of my parents had been either retired or out out of the military, I was just living there more so. I needed a change of scenery, and my relationship with my father wasn't sustainable.
I ain't gonna lie. I understand that, bro. It's like dads just be nutty to the child, bro. It's like, why have to have a dad problem, bro? It's like God be giving the wrong dads to the wrong people. No, I ain't gonna lie to you.
This is when you're in Oxford.
Literally, bro.
Yes, sir.
Have to work out dad problems, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Yes, sir.
The one that has supported you and spoke so lovingly about you, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so you went to this preparatory school, and whether you got in there through a lottery or not, you would agree with me, not everybody gets to go to a school like that, correct?
The lottery school, the magnet school I went to was in middle school when I was living in Jacksonville. The school I went to in Oxford, it was just a public high school.
A public high school.
Yes.
Okay, my mistake. So you went to that preparatory school in Jacksonville.
Yes, sir.
But again, that school was not something that every kid gets to go to, right?
No, sir.
Not every kid gets to have a counselor and a role model like Mr. Edwards, correct?
No, sir. I was very blessed.
And not many children get to fly in planes with their stepfather, correct?
No, sir.
And fly around in Asia and get to see islands off the coast of Okinawa.
Bro, you went from seeing islands, bro. You went from growing up in the church, seeing islands, traveling, bro, to, oh my God, some niggas just be forcing this shit, bro. Like that niggas, some of y'all niggas, bro, be forcing that shit, bro. You have a great life already. You no need for you to, bro. A nigga like me, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Some niggas be forcing that shit. Niggas can have silver spoons and everything in their life handed to them and still want to crash out.
No, sir. I'm very blessed.
You are very blessed, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
And not every kid gets to go to Scotland, right?
No, sir.
Or Ireland.
Nigga was born with silver spoons. Everything get handed to them and still want to crash out.
Or Paris.
No, sir.
Or London.
No, sir.
Or Spain.
No, sir.
Cape Town or Johannesburg? Or both in South Africa?
Cape Town.
Cape Town. Beautiful city, right? You got to go experience that when you were growing up, correct?
I did.
Because you had such loving people around you supporting you, correct?
Yes, sir.
In fact, your grandmother went with you on that trip, did she not? Or not on that one, but on the one to
Several
Europe,
trips,
correct?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And we heard you got to meet up with your sister in one of those trips, correct?
I did. I had the privilege.
So you always had someone there taking care of you, and you always had good, strong male role models, including...
Yo, what was the point of you doing what you did, bro? Ain't no point, nigga. You grew up with silver spoon in your hand, bro.
Your mother's church and your stepfather, Mr. Harrington, correct?
I had male role models in my life growing up.
But ain't nothing you can say. I ain't gonna lie, nothing you can say that's gonna like make sense, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You going on trips at a young age, bro. What the? Nigga, you going on trips at a young age, bro.
Over the years, more so 16 to 18, I did not have a relationship with my father, and the male role models that came and testified, they were present.
I ain't gonna lie, that's not no excuse. Even you don't got no relationship with your dad, bro. You's your own man, bro. You better think for yourself, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Not intimately as whenever I was younger, maybe middle school years. But when I turned around 16 to 18, it was the females that actually had that caregiving and nurturing relationship with me. But
thank you for clarifying that. I appreciate it.
So towards the
You's your own man. You don't need no man to tell you what to do. Bro, you don't need no man to tell you what to do, bro. You learn this shit as you grow up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yeah. Having a dad don't mean nothing, nigga. That shit don't mean nothing. You gotta teach yourself, bro.
more recent years, I didn't have that one-on-one and very close relationship with, those male role models in my life. You heard my stepfather say, after the divorce.
I did hear that, Mr. Chance.
I'm gonna be honest. One of the smartest people in the world is the people with no dads. I ain't gonna lie to you, dead ass. The smartest people in the world is the people with no dads or no male figure in their life, dead ass.
Okay, we'll go back to my question. I'm sorry?
Mr. Gafford.
I'm sorry, I keep calling you that, Mr. Gaffrey. Let me go back to what you said earlier. Between 16 and 18, you didn't have a male role model? Is that what you're telling the jury?
I'm not saying I didn't have any male role models, but day to day, you know, young men need.
Alright, long story short, you fucked up, bro. You just trying to beat around the bush. Nigga not trying to hear none of that shit, bro. You fucked up, bro.
Strong.
That's not what I asked. I asked if you had a male role model between 16 and 18.
I had a figure that I could go to, but not intimately.
Mr. Edwards, right?
Yes, sir.
He had stayed in contact with you even when you graduated into high school, correct?
Yes, sir. We definitely maintained a relationship, but
And you seemed to be pretty enthusiastic about that, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You went on a cruise with him at some point, did you not?
Yeah, when I was younger, yes. We had a very close relationship.
And then from what you're saying, if I understand it right,
You don't need no male role model, bro. You gotta be your own role model. You feel me? A male role model is not benefiting you in no ways, but you gotta be your own role model in life, nigga. I had to learn that the hard way.
else. I'm assuming you're talking about your grandmothers and your mom stepped into the gap?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was grandmother's, mother's, sister.
So let me see if I got this right. When you were being
Be your own
brought
role
up,
model, bro.
and you were being brought up by a mother who was enlisted or an officer in the military, an officer, wasn't she?
I don't know exactly what her rank is. I know she was a sergeant.
But in the Marine Corps.
Yes, sir. She was in the Marine Corps.
All right. And then you had a stepfather.
Bro, look at this nigga's story. What the fuck? Young boy got a mom in the military. Young boy grew up in church, going to church at a young age. Ain't no need for you to hop in nothing. Young boy, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? Yo, you deserve it, bro. Nigga, you deserve to get locked up, nigga. Dumbass, nigga. You deserve to get locked up.
Yeah, he was.
From the time you were 3 all the way up to when they divorced in 2020.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You deserve to get locked the fuck up, nigga.
They taught you right from wrong, correct?
Yes, sir.
And we heard that from your grandmother,
yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Of course, yes, sir.
Miss Lyon, she told us the same thing.
Right.
They brought you up in the church. They taught you about the 10 Commandments. They taught
Niggas
you
be forcing this shit, bro. Like, you got silver spoon in your fucking hand, bro.
about right from wrong, did they not?
They did.
All right, and they were excellent role models about living your life in a disciplined, honest, and right way, correct? And being law-abiding, correct?
They really didn't have to worry about me. You know,
Well, let me just answer my question. Would you agree with what I'm telling you?
Nigga, answer the question. We already know you fucked up, bro. You going to prison for life. That shit ain't nothing you gonna say that's gonna change the judge's mind or nothing, bro. You already fucked up, bro. Just answer the question, bro.
That they were excellent role models of how to live a moral life?
Yes, sir. They definitely instilled the foundation.
May I have one moment, Your Honor? Yes. I have nothing else, Your Honor.
Okay, be right.
At Black Bear, we stick to one rule. Keep it simple. We only use premium cuts of pork and beef.
Mr. Gaffrey, despite living, despite having what you call a blessed upbringing, you still find yourself here today, right?
Unfortunately.
Where you had lived, we heard about Mississippi, and was Jacksonville different than where you had lived previously?
Jacksonville was unlike any other city that I've lived in or visited or any other country. The cultures, the neighborhoods, the people, it's completely different.
And how old were you when you kind of started experiencing that culture shock?
So when I moved to Jacksonville, I was about 9 or 10 years old. You know, I didn't really know much about what the streets were, quote unquote, the streets were. It was more whenever I got to high school and I wanted to leave the magnet school that I was at. I wanted to be at more of a neighborhood school to be around the people I grew up with, because at the magnet school is just 30, 45 minutes away. didn't really know anybody. I wasn't as close as the people who I grew up with. So around high school, that's when I started hearing about, you know, and seeing, you know, the different things like, you know, the drugs and people dying. And
but look how this nigga talking, bro. You can tell this nigga like, he ain't went through no struggle, nigga. Look how he's
like
speaking.
that, I was caught completely off guard, but I was curious, like, what is...
The nigga talking about something. Moving to Jacksonville, the culture shock. But what are you talking about, bro?
This, you know, listening to the music, like, I was just, like, caught off guard. Like, I'd never experienced something like that, especially living in...
Bro, you deserve to be behind bars, nigga. I hope they never free you.
Japan, you know...
Nigga, I hope you be in that joint forever and learn from your mistakes. All you gotta do is just take a Bible in that joint, read your Bibles, go to sleep for 90 more years, nigga. You deserve it.
Around the world, I mean, in the country, they didn't have...
You got a mom and a dad in the military. You grew up in church. You going on trips at a young age, bro. You got everything you need, bro. Why are you crashing out, bro? You forcing that shit.
Jacksonville had.
We've heard from a lot of people that know you, and I think it's been a pretty consistent thing.
Forcing it, bro.
And, you know, smart and interested in things. But you were still, what, how old around that time?
I was 14, 15, you know. I definitely would consider myself to be smart and, you know, mature for my age, but...
Still curious?
I was still a young boy, you know. I still am a young man.
You think you were kind of impressionable?
I would characterize myself as, you know, at times being naive, gullible, impressionable, and, yeah.
Bro, look how smart you is. You in the court right now trying to fight for your life, bro. You could have took all that smartness into something greater, different, bro. That's crazy. You too smart, bro.
And so despite that upbringing...
That's crazy, bro.
Finding yourself, you know, you're in a different culture now, but you still want to be as successful.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, half these niggas that be doing this dumb shit, bro, these niggas don't got no choice, bro. Some niggas don't got no choice but to do that shit. You feel me? And they're dumb. A lot of these niggas is dumb as shit out of this joint. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You can't?
Yeah, so being in the jail, you know, I'm by myself, especially in a city so far away. I don't know anybody, so I took this time to focus back in on myself and just get back to the basics, you know, what I know, you know, and without anybody being in my ear or influencing me, you know, I cut out.
Bro, the fact that you can get influenced by somebody, bro, you just a dumbass nigga, bro. Why you letting another man influence you, bro? You crazy, bro?
Boys, you know, there's not many distractions.
You letting another man
you know,
influence you. What the fuck? You get influenced by people, bro.
The same thing every day, so I started to work out, and, you know, programs, try to educate myself more, plan, you know, stuff like that. Everybody asked God for things, you know, what we want from, what.
Bro, you let a dumb nigga influence you. I know you smart. Whoever that told you to do what you did, I know you smarter than all these niggas, but you let them influence you. You dumb as shit.
Want God to do for us. But a lot of the times we don't ask what God wants from us. And so I've asked God that question, you know, what do you want from me? You know, I'm asking all these things from you. What do you want from me? And he told me that he's calling me, like, I feel like my calling, or what he told me, was to be there for the youth, serve the youth, keep them from going down similar paths, because there's a better way. And it's just
hey, I'm glad you said that, bro. At least you find your calling, you feel me? Make sure you keep the youth out of trouble, man. At least you find your calling. But what you did, you can't come back from that, bro. I hope you know that.
Way. The streets are not the way.
You didn't have any...
The streets is never the way, bro. These niggas in the streets, cause the dumbest, bro. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Streets is never the way. It's like, bro, if you don't got no choice, yeah, you can do dumb shit, but like, bro, I'm gonna be honest, what is being in the streets, bro? It's too easy to like crash, bro. That shit too easy, bro. Feel me? Nigga, I be fighting I find my life not to crash, bro. Literally, I'm trying my best not to crash, bro. I be fighting my life to not crash, bro. Like dead ass, cause this shit like it's like yo, you have a silver spoon, bro. Please just stay out of trouble, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's certain people that try their best to stay out of trouble, and I'm one of them people, bro. I'm trying my best to stay out of trouble. Nigga, I'm literally trying my hardest to stay out of trouble. No bullshit. I'm dead serious, bro.
And privilege and church and grandmas, and you still can find yourself going down the wrong path, right?
I'm trying my hardest to stay out of trouble. I'm dead ass.
And you feel that that's your calling?
Yes, I went.
Objection.
Hey, I'm happy that you find your calling, bro. I'm happy for me. Just make sure you influence the youth. Give them advice. Tell them to stay out of trouble, bro. Because it's not worth it, bro. It's never worth it, bro. You're dumb as shit.
Well, I think it's more asked than answered, but you go ahead and answer. Just yes or no. Just answer yes or no.
What was
your call?
What you were describing.
Yes, I do. I would like to.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna wait for a question, okay, Mr. Gaffrey?
Yes, ma'am.
Yo, some people be forcing this shit.
And it's stronger than any other brand.
Just hearing your stories, bro, that shit making me mad, bro. Just hearing your stories, that shit making me mad. You don't got no pain, nigga.
Discover an epic menu.
Bro, you don't got no pain, bro. But yeah, YouTube, thank you for watching the video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Just hearing this nigga's story making me mad, bro. The nigga literally giving the stories that bro, that some kids dream about, bro. Like, hearing your story make me mad as shit, bro. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next reaction video. Let's go. I'm chasing my dream every day in the car. You probably be in my face. She love her with it alright. Got a nice head floor, think I need me a plaque.